All right, let's just jump right into this, shall we? Welcome back to The Explainer. Consider today's session your official top secret survival briefing. We're going to get you prepped for a totally brutal, incredibly high stakes scenario that has been absolutely captivating audiences everywhere. We're digging into the viral phenomenon of surviving 100 days in a Minecraft hardcore zombie apocalypse. Now, you know and I know that this isn't just your standard gaming session. It's a meticulously crafted gauntlet of escalating tension, and we're going to break down exactly how it ticks using the data straight from our source material.
So, here is our survival briefing agenda for today. First, the chaos survival formula. Second, escalating the undead threat. And third, the giant zombie climax.
Now, I want you to really think about this for a second. What happens when survival gets harder literally every single night? I mean, genuinely, imagine a relentless scenario where you can never ever just get comfortable. The difficulty never plateaus. The threat level is constantly rising. How do you adapt when the environment itself is actively working against your survival around the clock? Keep that in the back of your mind as we go through this. Okay, part one, the chaos survival formula: fear, progression, and chaos. So, what's the secret sauce here? It's what we're calling the viral angle. It's this incredibly engaging mix of fear, progression, and pure chaos survival. And honestly, it relies on walking a very, very delicate psychological tightrope. Because look, if an experience is just pure fear, it's paralyzing, right? People just give up. But by linking that fear to a really steady sense of progression, surviving day by day, and then wrapping the whole shebang in a theme of ultimate unpredictable chaos, it creates this gripping narrative loop. That's exactly what keeps viewers so completely invested. And we're grounding all of this chaos within two absolutely ruthless parameters: a strict 100-day limit and hardcore mode. Now, the 100 days, that gives you, the audience, and the player a definitive finish line. But the hardcore rules set is where the real genius lies. Because in this mode, one single mistake, just one, and it's game over, permanently. You don't get any second chances. Combining that one life rule with 100 days of relentless survival, that creates maximum compounding narrative tension. Moving on to part two, escalating the undead threat, every single night. So let's break down the mechanics of the danger. It's actually a two-layered system. On the nightly layer, our sources confirm that the difficulty increases every single night. It's this quiet, constant tightening of the screws. But then look at the 10-day cycle. Every 10 days, the game dictates that significantly more zombies spawn. So you're fighting this unspoken nightly bump and difficulty. And on top of that, you get hit with a massive, scheduled influx of raw zombie numbers. 10. Now, usually, that's just a number. But in the context of this survival briefing, it's a grueling mathematical reality. Every 10th day acts as this brutal reset. It's the trigger for a massive wave of new zombie spawns. Just when a player might be thinking, okay, phew, I've got a safe perimeter, I've hoarded enough resources, boom, day 10 arrives to completely shatter that illusion with overwhelming force. If we map this out on a timeline, you can really see how the pressure cooks. Day 1 kicks off the nightly difficulty escalation. By day 10, bam, that first major influx of zombie spawns hits the map. Fast forward to day 50, and you're at the midpoint. The chaos survival environment is in full swing, punishing the player with 50 cumulative nights of buffs and 5 massive spawn waves. And finally, day 100, the climax, the absolute final peak threat. These mechanics mathematically guarantee that things will be pure, unadulterated chaos by the end of the run.
Which brings us to part 3, the giant zombie climax, the final peak threat.
Setting the stage for this absolute climax is the environmental danger we see right in the source material's thumbnail, a blazing, burning city backdrop. And guys, this isn't just aesthetic flair. This apocalyptic inferno reinforces the whole high-stakes chaos survival theme. The environment itself is literally reflecting the sheer destruction that 100 days of escalating difficulty brings to the world. And standing right in the middle of that fiery landscape is our primary target. The source gives us this exact terrifying visual, a massive zombie looming behind the player in a burning city. Just picture that in your head. You've somehow survived 100 days of relentless, compounding torment. You are standing in the ruins of a burning city, and this massive entity is just silently looming behind you. It builds an incredibly vivid, deeply intimidating image. So based on its imposing presence right alongside that 100 days text, we can put together a quick boss profile. Let's look at 3 key inferred traits. First, climactic presence. It clearly serves as the final boss, the absolute peak threat of the entire run. Second, scale of danger. By literally towering behind the player, its massive size directly correlates to a massive danger level. And third, symbol of chaos. It perfectly anchors this entire high-stakes environment.
To wrap up our analysis on this absolute unit of a boss, let's look at these takeaways. Step 1. This giant physically represents the culmination of that nightly escalating difficulty we talked about. Step 2. It acts as the ultimate symbol of the chaos survival theme. And step 3, actually, this is fascinating. The sources note that its exact custom mod stats or combat mechanics remain totally unconfirmed. But honestly, that doesn't even matter. The focus is purely on the progression threat. Its true purpose is simply to be the terrifying physical embodiment of 100 days of escalating pain.
Which leaves us with one final, totally critical question to end our briefing today. And I want you to be completely honest with yourself. Could you survive the 100-day chaos? Knowing that the difficulty silently spikes every single night. Knowing that every 10 days brings an overwhelming horde of the undead. Knowing that a looming giant waits for you in the center of a burning city and you only have one single life to lose. If you were dropped into that hardcore reality today, right now, would you make it? Think about your strategy, stay sharp out there, and I will see you in the next explainer.